Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway. Tech with Heart's all about empowering entrepreneurs so that they can embrace technologies, systems, and strategies to stay competitive and relevant in today's rapidly changing digital business landscape. And today's topic is time, traffic, travel. Say that 3 times fast. It's about finding the right business prospects to grow your business and drive traffic to your website. So with us, we have a very special guest. His name is Patrick Smith, and he is a well-rounded entrepreneur who has grown and is really definitely adapts to technology and ways to make your business work smarter and not harder. The one thing, he's the founder of Online Viz, but he also has a really cool little special niche. He is an on-the-road across the U.S. RVer himself, and so he has a show, or his title is the RV Nomad, and he wants to empower other RVers or people who just love to travel on how they can grow their business while traveling. So welcome to the Tech with Heart stage, Patrick.
Well, thank you, Michelle. So yeah, time travel traffic.
Yeah, let me ask you the first question to dive right in. I just wanted to say welcome, and then let's go ahead and dive in to your first question. Here is, can you explain what you mean when you said time travel traffic?
Sure. So, what if you knew where your best prospects like to hang out and could get their contact information, then follow them anywhere that they went? Imagine being able to put an ad on thousands of phones that were all at the same convention or stadium or office complex in the last year. Maybe being able to find out where your competition was at and have all of their customers see your ads while they're at your competition's place of business. So time travel traffic allows us to capture those phones wherever they were, and then put an ad on that phone where they are today.
Wow, it sounds pretty interesting. It sounds pretty smart. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it takes?
Sure. So time travel traffic is based around the idea of digital display ads. And so the first thing we really want to kind of understand is, what is a digital display ad? So I kind of always use the analogy of Amazon. Imagine you went to Amazon, you went to go buy something, and you decided not to buy that thing. But the next day, even a couple of hours later, all of a sudden, everywhere you go, every app you go onto, every website you're at, there's an ad about that thing. The other day, I was trying to buy some tires, and I was looking at a specific type of tire and a specific size, and for days afterwards, I was seeing that tire and that size very specific to what I wanted everywhere I went. That ad that you see, that visual ad, is a digital display ad. Okay, so what we want to do is find a way to capture the people who are looking for your products and services in 2 different ways. One is retargeting, like the Amazon idea, where you went to somewhere and then they followed you. And the other is following people that don't know you yet, which would be like cold traffic. That would be where you would see an ad like on the Weather Channel or CNN, or if you're a golfer in a golf magazine, you would see an ad there. So with time travel traffic, what we do is we take that and kind of put it on steroids a little bit, because what we're trying to do is go, okay, if I know that all of the people that were at the Super Bowl, the one before last, were in the stadium in Southern California, more than likely those fans were Rams fans because it's the Rams stadium. So I know that Rams fans are a majority of the people in that stadium. So if I can target Rams fans with my product or service that's related to that, I know I'm going to have a targeted market for people that are interested in that thing. And I did just that, just to test it out for fun, because I didn't know if it would work on the Super Bowl. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. And sure enough, I ran a display ad and gave away some Ram swag as part of a contest and got some amazing results for some incredibly low costs and targeted thousands of impressions of people with an ad directed specifically to the audience that I wanted. And that's what digital display ads can do for you.
It sounds very powerful, Patrick, and kind of, genius. I know there are a lot of organizations that are using this. I don't think very many small business owners are. And I know that that's who Tech with Heart hopes to help. So can you tell us what would be the next step? Like if that sounds fascinating and we know exactly where our people are hanging, or that maybe there's a convention coming to town that happens to have just the right type of prospects and we want to target them at that convention. Do we have to be there at the convention? Maybe tell us a little bit about what the steps would be to go ahead and get going in this direction.
Sure, Shucks. Yeah, I think you brought up one really good point, and that is, can a small business owner do this? And the answer to that used to be no. It used to be it was so cost prohibitive that if you didn't have, $10,000 a month budget minimum just to get started, you weren't going to do it. And so most small business owners were left out of the loop because there are several different pieces to the ads. One of the pieces is what we call the creatives, the actual ad itself, the image that you're looking at when you go onto a website. That image can be a still image, just a picture with some names, a logo, and a call to action, a phone number, click here, learn more. Or it could be a GIF, whichever way you like to say that. So it's multiple images. And we use the multiple images to attract attention, because we'll take just one or two things in the images and change colors. So all of a sudden the person's eyes are drawn to it. Or we could take a 30-second video and take that video and put it out there as a display ad. So there are 3 different ways that you can use those. But the ad creatives themselves, if you went and looked it up online right now, you'd probably be looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 to $1,000 for a still image all by itself. So it's not inexpensive. The cool thing for the people today is that I've been able to work with a group of people who are focused on local and small businesses. And so it's kind of like a co-op where we can come in and we can buy the ad space and we can get the ad creatives and start somebody out for as little as $500 a month and get everything done. Have the ad creatives done. You have to actually buy the ad. Once you have the creatives, then what happens is we have to go out and buy the ad space. And it's an auction. And there's this auction that people don't know is going on like every second, all of the time, constantly. So if I want to put my ad on CNN or the Weather Channel, I have to say, I have this ad, it's kind of about this, and whatever my subject might be. Maybe I'm an electrician and I want to put an ad in about electrical hazards. Then I have to say, I'm willing to pay X dollars for 1,000 impressions. Because unlike pay-per-click, which we may be used to doing, if you're doing any advertising, you buy clicks. When you go to Google, you buy clicks and says, okay, I'm going to buy this space. And every time somebody clicks on it, I'm giving you money no matter what happens. Okay. With RTB, real-time bidding, which is what we use for display ads, we actually buy impressions. So what that says is I'm buying in groups of 1,000 impressions to put my ad in front of people's faces. So we take the digital display creatives, we buy the ad space, then we put it in front of people's faces, if you will. And then we do a call to action by either having a phone number that's a click to call, which is one of the best ways to do it, because you can use a phone number that has tracking mechanisms in it, or you can use a link to any URL that you want. It could go to a free offer, it could go to your website, it could go to a booking calendar. And when the people click that, it follows them. So that's what we want to do, is we want to create the ads, get them out there in front of people, and then create the creatives. Now it gets a little weirder, because if you look at an ad, like if you went today and went to Weather Channel or CNN or anybody else that has ad space, you're going to see at the top typically is a long, thin kind of banner ad. And then on the right-hand side, you might see a square or rectangle ad. And then as you're scrolling down, you might see an ad pop up in the middle of the text. You might see in some blogs that people have, there's so many ads, it makes you crazy, because you like, I just want to read the blog. But you know, there are all these different sizes. There are about 16 different sizes. So what we have to do is actually decide which is the best kind of ad, what's the best size, where to put it, and then what kind of calls to action that we have. And that's where my specialty comes in, because I've been doing this for so long that we have tested thousands and thousands and thousands of these different ads. So we know which kind convert, whether it's an ad for your reputation, which is actually one of the top converting ads, surprisingly enough. If I show 5 stars and say, you know, you're the best electrician in Oakland, California, or whether I say, I'm just doing a branding ad that shows pictures of your electrical truck, or whether I'm talking about a special, because I might say, hey, it's Easter and we have this Easter special. So there's different types of ads that you can run. And that's where you want to get together with someone that understands how marketing and advertising works, so, and your branding for your company, and tie all of those pieces back together again.
No,
so you
it's
can see
brilliant.
how complicated it is and why in the past it's been so expensive.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you could use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at Revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
Definitely. There's a lot of moving parts, and I really appreciate the fact that bringing strategy to the table is actually, in my opinion, even more valuable than the tools or the mechanisms in which you would be able to send those ads out, right? You don't want to do it blind. If you're not the expert, then this is unfortunately where you do need to lean on those experts. And that's kind of why Tech with Hearts here is to provide you with the right quality and the right mindset of types of experts that you could potentially work with that will help make sure you're successful, and not just like gladly take your money, set it and forget it and walk away and never come back and never, make sure that it's being successful. So Patrick, yes, what can our viewers learn from here? Like, I love the fact that you mentioned affordability. Finally, there's so much technology these days with AI, even now more so than ever, really bringing costs down for the small business owner to be able to gain the same amount of powerful tools that the corporations used to only be able to afford. So what can our viewers learn regarding what is the money-making side of the ads? Can you kind of give us like a scenario of using a digital display ad through this RTB bidding process with you versus hiring a creative team to go and do a tremendous amount of organic content creation and marketing, because that is the longer game, but some people prefer to go that route because they think it's more cost effective. Can you give us a scenario?
Yeah, so let me just touch on a couple of the things that you said there. And one of them I think is really, really important to focus on. And that is looking at this as a holistic portion of your business marketing campaign. Because what a lot of people do is, for example, they'll hire a web designer who only knows web design, but knows nothing about marketing and sales. So he makes a really pretty web design that's a great brochure, but doesn't make you any money. Okay. When you're doing the same thing with advertising, I could make you this beautiful ad, charge you to throw them out there. But if it doesn't convert, if we can't track it, find out how it's working, tweak it a little bit, make some adjustments, then it's a waste of money. The other thing that we have to concern ourselves with is, where is that call to action, the thing that we're asking the visitor, the viewer, the prospect, where we're sending them, is that in alignment with the ad? Okay. And that's so important, because I could make you the most beautiful ad in the world, but if I'm advertising to a golfer and you're selling shoes, unless they're golf shoes, they don't care. Right? So we want to really focus on a holistic approach and tying these things all together, and then making sure your branding colors and all of that stuff. So all is one thing. The other thing is, yes, I should have thought of bringing up some of the stats and some of the numbers, but we have seen statistics as high as 100-150% increase in conversion rates by using different types of digital display ads in multiple different niches. It really is not niche specific, because what you're doing is looking for your primary best client. Where are they? What are they interested in? What is the thing that they want to know about? And then showing that to them, and showing them that you can solve the problem for them. So the thing that I really think is important about digital display ads versus search engine ads, and some of those are, our brains think in pictures. When we see something, we convert the text immediately into a picture, an image, a feeling, of an experience that we've had. And then, the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, because we immediately see a picture and develop the thoughts and feelings around it. So if we have the right created picture, whether they actually click on that ad that second or not, we've impressed on their brain with our brand, our image, and what we do instantaneously. If we do that on a text image, on a text in a box, it doesn't happen. They don't read the text. People just don't read. So that's where the image ads are so much better conversions.
Well, so when a business owner is listening to this and they're thinking, dang, this sounds so smart. Like, wow, I should really probably just go do this and test it out. Could you first and foremost let them know, like, how many months should they invest into this to truly get a good test out of it? And then secondly, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, thanks. So you really want 3 to 6 months minimum of testing some of these things. It depends on the amount of ads and impressions that you do, because we have to see some results coming back in and then fine tune the results. Because one of the things that I do is, you get all kinds of reporting, but we actually take every single ad and break it down and see how that ad worked versus the ad next to it. This might be 250 by 250 and 300 by 250. And we can decide this one gets more clicks than that one, so we make that one go away and then put our money into this one. Or we change the colors. So we want to do what's called split testing. We want to be checking different things out, and it's not static if we can help it. It takes a little bit extra money to create the extra creatives, but that's how you do it best. Okay. So I have companies, though, that I started a digital display ad for a Medicare insurance provider in Washington here, about a month or so ago. And she got I think 17 people clicking through to her website in the first 3 weeks that we ran the ad. It's all really new. So, it can be like that, because what we did was we targeted apartment complexes where seniors were living and some other senior related areas. So the ads only went to seniors that would be thinking about Medicare. So you can really dial down into demographics and locations and everything like that. So you can start getting results right away. Okay. It just depends.
Thank you for that. I really do appreciate the insights into the back end of it all and the timelines and et cetera. Go ahead and share with us how could a business owner reach out to you to have a conversation
sure.
whether or not their business would be a good fit for this type of digital display ad? Do they? I know how a lot of small business owners struggle a little bit sometimes even defining their target audience. So they really need to talk to an expert. So go ahead, Patrick. How can we reach out to you?
Yeah, the simplest place to find me is on my newest website. Well, it's being redeveloped, patricksmith.com, which is the RV digital nomad, because I love to travel in RVs. But that doesn't mean I only work with people in RVs. I have a full service digital marketing company. But if you go to patricksmith.com, just go to the contact. You can get a free consultation with me. Click the button, schedule out a time that works best for you. Boom, that's simplest. Costs you absolutely nothing. And we'll just chat. I'm very low key about all that kind of stuff. No sales hype, just chat.
And Patrick is with a R-I-C-K, Patrick. Yes.
Yeah, Patrick. Smith, no Y's, S-M-I-T-H.
All right. Thank you so much. So what would you love to share with somebody as they're leaving this interview? What would you love to leave impression upon their mind, or a thought or a phrase that you would love to say and share with them to help them believe that they can do this maybe?
Yeah, I think what I'd like to share is that, I've been in your shoes. I've been a small business owner for 30 plus years. And one of the biggest frustrations I had as I was growing my companies was wearing so many hats and trying to do it all myself and trying to learn it all myself. And I finally realized I can't do that. I need to find some people and work with people that can come alongside me to help me grow my business. And with the newer technologies and the things that we have today, you can afford to do that. So you can afford to go and actually be in competition with the big boys. Your ad can show right next to, Toyota or anybody else that's on that same page. So you can be in exactly the same competition, as anybody else. You could do it.
Thank you for that. So if you're tuning in right now and you are a small business owner and you would love to learn more about ways you can help your business grow or stay competitive in the marketplace, especially in an online and rapidly changing digital environment, we encourage you to come join our community of small businesses owners and innovative thinkers, but yet very heart-centered community. Go to techwithheartnetwork.com. We really work on simplifying technology concepts so that if you're a little older and maybe you don't gravitate towards technology as easily as some of these youngsters, that's great. We would love to help you grow, embrace you, make you feel nurtured, and will help you believe that you can too do all the things. You can lead your company to be tech-centric, but with a heart-centered focus. And if you're a business expert and you would love to share your valuable insights like Patrick here is doing, you want to share those insights with our small business audience, please reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com and potentially get interviewed as an expert in your niche and be seen as a thought leader. We'd love to have you and help our community grow and help small businesses across the globe grow, because they are the cornerstone of their culture and their society. So here is to your success.
Your story needs to be seen and heard, and your brand needs to be revealed. Revealio elevates purpose-driven businesses into the spotlight through video storytelling, augmented reality video marketing, and professional website design. Get discovered online or in the news. Be featured in national magazines or host your own TV, podcast, or live radio show. Together, we make your brand come alive. All it takes is Revealio. Visit Revealio.com to get started today. Minority and service disabled veteran owned.